Hey, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is your host, Most Great, Day Late Dollar Short News, live and direct where we ride for respect. Smash the like, the share, the subscribe, all that old good stuff. Hit that notification bell so you be tuned in to the latest and the greatest. So you can be tapped in and tell a friend. And on today's topic, we are talking about end times. Uh, is it a revelation? Is it a sign of the times? Am I just a tinfoil hat wearing muff, or are these um, revelations coming true? Y'all check this out.
In July of 2025, a series of unusual events began to unfold in and around Yellowstone National Park. Thousands upon thousands of animals, including elk, bison, deer, and smaller mammals, were reported to be moving toward higher ground. The mass movement, captured in countless videos uploaded by park visitors and researchers, quickly went viral across social media platforms. The strange behavior of the animals has sparked widespread concern and speculation, particularly among those familiar with Yellowstone's complex and active geology. At the center of the concern is the well-known fact that Yellowstone National Park is home to one of the largest active supervolcanoes in the world. Although it has not erupted in many thousands of years, the very presence of such a powerful geological feature has always been a topic of both scientific interest and public unease. When animals begin behaving in ways that seem out of the ordinary, especially on such a large scale, many people begin to worry that the Earth is trying to send a signal. Reports of seismic activity in the region have increased in the last few months. According to geologists monitoring the area, several low-level tremors and ground shifts have been recorded in recent weeks. While none of the activity so far has been large enough to trigger official warnings, it has been enough to draw the attention of researchers. Some have suggested that the seismic changes may be influencing the migration patterns of wildlife, pushing them away from familiar feeding and resting grounds and toward the higher elevations of the park. The sudden and visible movement of animals has only added fuel to online theories and public speculation. Some individuals believe the animals are responding to subtle environmental signals, vibrations, gases, or temperature shifts that human monitoring equipment may not be sensitive enough to detect. Others have gone further, suggesting that this could be a sign of a potential eruption from Yellowstone's supervolcano.
What say y'all, man? Do y'all believe that that's just hearsay or CGI or AI taking over? And is it fake news? Or are the seismologists and marine biologists and scientists actually making true on these claims that something mega is going to happen, man? Y'all check this out.
This is Dabu7, and believe it or not, we have yet another object, this interstellar object, making its way toward Earth that many are saying could be an alien probe, it could have life, a bunch of different theories surrounding this. But an official report put out, and it's making headlines because, if you recall, the very first interstellar object that came through our neck of the woods was dubbed Oumuamua. That means scout, which is something that you send out in front of the larger army to scout things out before they arrive. This is now the third object, and Oumuamua was long, it was metallic in nature, and it lifted up out of here, picked up speed, and took off out of here when it passed Earth. They don't deny none of this. It's all out there in the open. Now this new object making its way in, dubbed Atlas. They're saying it could potentially be a comet, but seeing where it came from in its trajectory, it's very peculiar. And they're saying that it is not following the line of any other comet, so to speak, if it was going to be a comet, that it starts to fall in line with dropping into the area out of an unknown place. They don't know if it will be hostile. They don't know if it'll be peaceful, none of these things, but it's obvious they've been setting the stage for a grand show. Blue beam, alien invasion, the whole works. Something big is in the offing. And with stories like this continuing to drop, it seems like it's inching closer and closer. Now, I've tracked objects like Comet Elenin, Ison, all those throughout all these years. All kinds of different comets, the Kachinas, people say, potentially in the sky. I've never seen one look like this in the imaging, where it has all of these different colors like this. Never. All we've ever seen is it look like this down here on the bottom right on the black and white images, and when it gets close enough, the comets, so to speak, you could make out the tail off the comets, and you can see these from your own backyard with the telescope once they get close enough. This object is going to come right down near Earth to make, I guess, an observance, but when it makes its closest approach, it will be hiding behind the sun. We will not be able to see it. It will strategically and literally be parked behind the sun when it's at its closest approach. So, very odd with all the characteristics here. They're expecting this to show up here later this year. It's moving at an enormous amount of speed, more than 130 miles per hour. This is moving faster than any other object that they've clocked coming in this way. At this point, they're saying, dubbed 3I/Atlas. This is the new, as they call it, interstellar entity that is heading this way. Join me for the live streams where I talk about this in greater detail, going live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on Dabu 7.
Interstellar entity traveling 130 miles per hour. They say this joint is 15 miles wide. 15 miles wide. Traveling 130 miles per hour. And it should be hitting here around October. They don't know what it is, man, because it's hiding behind the sun. So is it a hoax? Is it blue beam? What say y'all, man? Am I tripping? Am I the tin hat foil wearing muff? Y'all check this out.
8.8 earthquake off the coast of Russia has triggered a tsunami threat for Hawaii and the entire west coast.
Waves up to 10 feet expected to lash the Hawaii shoreline beginning just about 45 minutes ago at 7:15 local time in Hawaii. The earthquake struck Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula early Wednesday morning local time, the strongest quake recorded on Earth since that 9.0 earthquake that struck off the coast of Japan in 2011. That temblor, you'll recall, caused a massive tsunami that wiped out entire villages with waves over 130 feet. Nothing like that has occurred with this quake, but it has triggered tsunami warnings in Japan, in Alaska, and again in Hawaii. Now to a live picture of Waikiki Beach in Honolulu, where the sun has just set and evacuation orders are in effect. In an earlier press conference, the governor of Hawaii warned the expected tsunami will not hit one beach or a handful of beaches, but will wrap around the entirety of each of the islands.
So there you have it, y'all. While we out here beefing over who told and who can't come back to the set and who got good paperwork, who got bad paperwork, who did this, who did that. Meanwhile, there are groups of people establishing land, buying acres. There are people getting prepared, people building bunkers, people ducking off, people in the woods, people learning how to shoot, people learning how to craft, building their own communities. While we complaining about who told. We need to be learning about what type of plants we need to eat. We need to be figuring out an emergency exit plan. When I say we, you know who I'm talking about. Let's get it together, y'all. Don't think I just got my tinfoil hat on all the time, man. I'm trying to tell you before it's too late. You know what I'm saying? You fight how you train, man. And we got to be prepared for this war. It's a war of the mind. It's a war of the soul. And we have to be prepared. We have to prepare ourselves for the worst, man. Because things ain't getting no better. This is your host, Most the Great, Day Late Dollar Short News, live and direct where we ride for respect, man. Y'all let me know in the comments, man. Am I tripping? Am I just a tin foil hat wearer? watching a gang of YouTube videos coming up with my own weird assumptions? Or do you believe any of this to be true? Drop it in the comments, man. Like it up so this video goes out all out into the algorithm. We out.